Derek,
JB,
here we are again.
here we are, long time no see.
As if it was the first take.
As if it was the first take. Let's pretend, shall we?
Let's pretend indeed. And of course we're here again for Power to Mind Academy.
We are here for Power to Mind Academy, yeah, which I've just recently launched, which is going to be encompassing all the different bits of communication that I've researched and experienced over my career, put into modules. So that will be coming live soon.
Fantastic. And of course, folks, you'll recognise this man. Indeed, it is Derek Borthwick, our resident communications expert, specialist, guru.
Too kind.
Well, of course. Look, Derek, you know, one thing is true. We all have personalities.
Do we? Do you have one?
So I believe. So I'm told. But what are the different types of personality?
Yeah, that's a great question, JB. And when we look at personality types, human interaction and communication is very, very complicated. And it's always difficult to put people in pigeonholes. And you can take this to a higher level where you could look at something like the Myers-Briggs model, where you fill in a questionnaire. But
you can tell me later what that is.
Yeah,
Thanks.
well, some of our viewers will be familiar with that. The difficulty with that is a questionnaire type. And if you leave that with a client and say, would you mind filling that in? And then I'll come back and see you in 20 minutes. You're not going to get very far.
Right.
So what we need is some sort of model that gives us an idea how we can use our observation skills and our rapport building skills to try and work out what those different personalities are. And we'll use a 4-personality model to keep it simple. Let's look first of all, and we imagine we have an x-axis along here. Okay. So on here we have the asker side, and on this side we have a teller. So an asker and then a teller. And then on the y-axis here we have degrees of emotional control. So low emotional control, high emotional control. So that then gives us in essence 4 boxes that we can fill in. So if we look at high emotional control and being a teller, that would be a dominant type.
Okay.
And if we follow that all the way around, we have an expressive, then we have an amiable, and then we will have an analytical on box up here.
And are personalities themselves stable, or do they have a tendency to break down?
Well, yeah, that's a great question. When you're looking, I guess what we should probably explore is where are we likely to get the biggest conflict between the different types of personalities? Okay. And that would be the ones where they are diametrically opposed. So that would be somebody who has a high degree of emotional control and who is a teller in this box up here versus the box down there where somebody has low emotional control and is an asker. So there's a natural conflict there, and that's where you really need to use your rapport building skills and all your communication skills. So those people can communicate, they just have to modify the way they do it.
We're going to do some fancy animation afterwards, you'll be amazed. But,
are we?
So you tell me.
I mastered that yet.
And is it easy for people to be able to spot the difference in personality types?
Yeah, that's an important point. And again, it's not cast in stone, but there are certain things you can look for. So let's pick out a dominant personality, for example. Okay. And we may want to think of somebody like Donald Trump, or not Donald Trump as an example.
Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson. I'm not quite sure which box he's in. But if we look at the dominant ones, so dominant people tend to have very big body language. So they often make themselves bigger with their arms. They stand back, their shoulders are back. They're making themselves bigger. They don't blink very much, JB. They also tend to be, it's all about control for them. They don't tend to move much either. There's not any twitching. It's all about control. Okay. So that would be a dominant type. And there's further types we can explore as well, and do that within the modules.
Fantastic. Well, you've heard that this is the start of Power to Mind Academy.
Yeah, it is indeed.
And that's fantastic. We've covered the personality traits. And of course, if you are interested in more about Power to Mind Academy, always remember, give us the like, folks, share it, add some comments, tell us what you're looking for. And we look forward to joining the next session for Power to Mind Academy. Derek?
We do indeed, and don't forget the YouTube channel as well, which is the YouTube/C/Power to Mind, and you'll see all the videos there.
Fantastic. Thanks very much, everyone.
Thanks very much.